This morning we're walking some paths in the centre of Iver, leading out from the centre of Iver Village. And we're here in the High Street, right by the village hall and the bus stop, and we're standing at this new interpretive board for Iver. It's put in by the Colne Valley Park, and it shows all the ways in which you can walk out of Iver Village into the countryside locally. And we're going to walk footpaths 13 and 14 today. That's IVE 13.1 and IVE 14.1. And this map shows them. It doesn't start quite from here, so we're going to have to walk down Grange Way by the doctor's surgery, then turn right into Dutton Way and walk for a few hundred yards until we get to the footpath. Very easy to find, but there's no footpath sign right here in Grange Way. See you there in 5 minutes' time. Right, we've just walked from Iver High Street into Grange Way by the doctor's surgery, then turn right into Dutton Way, and we're now at the bottom of Dutton Way. There are all sorts of other ways to get here. There are little paths from Iver Recreation Ground to Dutton Way as well. And here in front of us is the start of footpath 13, which we're going to explore today. So through the Kissing Gate and then through a nice little patch of woodland into the old open fields of Iver. Well, Jane's just stopped picking some blackberries, but the reason I've stopped here is because I was here the other day and I saw this plant, it looks fairly inconspicuous, although it's quite tall, and it's one of these things which you see a lot of and you don't take any notice of because it doesn't really flower very much. There are tiny little yellow flowers which hardly open up here. They're a bit overgone now. I looked it up, having seen it must be for decades and never known what it is. It's called mugwort. Carol would have known, but Jane and I didn't, and we had to look it up. Mugwort, apparently, Anglo-Saxon means midgewort. Whether that means it attracts midges or is good for rubbing on midge bites, we don't know. There we are, mugwort. First walk we've done this year where we started to get the thistles going over. It's August at the moment, it's sort of almost starting to feel like autumn already. It's been so warm, the flowers have come and gone quickly.
Of the willow herb and the thistles come together in the wind, but such a mass of it.
So much you almost feel as if you could stuff a pillow with it. It's sort of, yeah, wonderful. And
Bindweed?
Bindweed behind it. And here we are at the end of a very short little footpath, Iver 13.1. IVE 13.1. We're now looking over the open fields of Iver. When I say the open fields, I mean the old pre-enclosure. These used to be farmed in strips from medieval times. And this is an ancient footpath. It used to be called Lawrence Lane. It's so old now, people have forgotten that name. But it used to be called that in Victorian times, after some long forgotten landowner. And this land is still farmed, or at least there's a Grange Farm, I think it's called. No, that's not Grange Farm. It's Mr. Hurley's chicken farm, but I don't know the official name of it. And they keep sheep and chickens there. And in the distance, in the far distance, whether or not the camera can pick it up, are the hills of Surrey, Berkshire, sort of over near Windsor, Runnymede way, beyond that. And in that direction is the Ridgeway estate. Sadly not quite so scenic. And then lovely open grass fields. And then we'll progress on to footpath 14.1 straight away. Let's go. In the middle of the old open fields of Iver. They used to be called the Ridgeway. This whole field used to be called the Ridgeway, full of open farm strips of land. And that's the reason why the Ridgeway Trading Estate is called the Ridgeway Trading Estate, because of the old field name. In the far distance you can just see the tower of Iver Church, St. Peter's Church. Just to the left of that biggest house you can see there. This field's a bit sadly neglected now. The farmer, I think Mr. Hurley at the farm there, planted beetroot on this a couple of years ago. Never cropped them, and it's gone to sort of, well, it's got a good crop of blackberries in a couple of years now. But I don't suppose anybody will ever pick those except for us. here we are at the end of Iver footpath 14, that's IV 14-1. And we're an important junction of paths here. You can either go this way, right, which leads around the edge of the trading estate, with lovely views of the open fields across the Shredding Green, and comes across to Meads Bridge by the canal. And then you've got the whole of the canal towpath to walk on. Or you can walk in the other direction. This is Iver 15 junction, the sections of Iver 15. You can either walk this way and then directly across the fields in the direction of Iver Church, and it comes out in Colne Orchard, Thorney Lane North. Again, very close to the centre of Iver Village. We'll do that another time.